Alright guys, this is my review of my new barbecuer. I'm poor, so I bought the Competition Pro. Bought it at Tractor Supply. They had it on sale for $3.99. Wasn't bad. I've been wanting to make one, and I really fell in love with one, but the one I fell in love with was $2,000. I just can't justify that. I'll make me one similar to it when I get time. Still trying to get all this stuff done. But I wanted to give a quick update on my Competition Pro Char-Griller. Put it together. Pretty easy. Put it together by myself. It was about a beer and a half, 2 beers. It was together. Then I ran around, tightened everything up with my drill, and but one thing on the directions, it calls for seasoning the grill. I think that's a polite term for burning off all the shipping grease from China. There was a shitload of it. I didn't want that. It talks about doing 250 and then 450. I didn't want none of that packing grease around my food. So I got the temperature probably sitting around 500. I did coat it with some spray canola oil. I don't know why, but I did. But I'm bringing that heat way up. I want that grease burned away, and I'll do the seasoning with some good pork ribs or something like that. You start doing some fatty meats, next thing you know, that whole barrel's going to be coated with oil. I've made the box so damn hot in this one that it's burning off the, they call it powder coating, and I don't think that's powder coating. I really don't. It's a coating, but it burned off. So I'll clean it up and paint it, but I wanted it that way. I want to burn off all the stuff. I'm bringing it way higher in heat than what I'm going to cook with, just to get everything out. Plus, I've noticed by doing that, I took the, as you noticed, well, by doing that, everything's starting to pop a little bit. I can hear a couple of pops here and there, and that's not the wood popping, that's the metal settling in and bending and conforming. So that's what I'm doing. I did take the thermostat out because I've got this thing probably sitting about 550, 600 degrees right now. And I'm going to keep it that way for a few hours, burn everything out. And then I think my first bit of cooking will probably be some pork ribs. I've even thought about buying a goose. Getting a goose or a duck in there, that oil, next thing you know, it's going to be coated and seasoned. So I don't understand this season. I mean, you season a cast iron skillet, yeah. Season a barbecue, I don't know. Sounds kind of hokey to me. I did see on some reviews about how it lets a lot of smoke out on the lid and everything, and not that bad. I have noticed while playing with it with just the flue and the inlet box for the air, adjusting the heat is pretty good. I think I'm going to be able to maintain any kind of smoking heat real easy. Of course, this will be smoking grilling, not smoking. I have a vertical one coming that I'm going to use for real smoking. It's not what I want, but it's close. It's close, and then eventually I'll be able to build stuff. But I've been without a barbecuer for a long time, just working around here and dealing with the cheap stuff I buy because I'm just so busy. But I wanted to build my own, but just couldn't get to it. I got too much shit to do. But I did get this in today and got it put together, and so far I mean, for what I paid, this is going to last me a good 5, 6, 10 years maybe. And probably replace it before then, but this is a heck of a lot better than that $50, used to be $20 square barbecue you used to get at Walmart. Used to be 20 bucks, now it's 50. Yeah. So this will get me through until I get down to building what I want. But so far I'm like, all right, this will work. The handles stay cool. I got this thing hotter than hell. I can open the handles, no problem. I do use a little sticky. Where's my little sticky? Yeah, I lost my little sticky. Here it is. To adjust the flue when I need to. Got to work on that one. But you can adjust it out. And but mostly just burning everything off. I know I'm burning some of this coating off. I'll give it a good black spray paint, the high heat, when it's all done, make it look all pretty. But I ain't worried about a pretty thing. I just didn't want that grease. That sucker was coated with that Chinese friggin' packing grease. So, but overall, I mean, for $3.99, it's got nice little wagon wheels on it. Got a nice little sturdy bench underneath. This shelf right here is not bad at all, but I mean, it makes me wonder if it's going to bend if I put something heavy on it. But seems to be okay. The grills are fairly decent. I can see them lasting for quite a few years before they're gone, especially in here. No, overall, yeah, for $3.99, I think I'm going to be able to cook some really good food in this. So, looking forward to my sister coming down. That's why I bought it. I want to make her comfortable and give her some good food. My brother-in-law, I wanted to also show to him that, you know, you can cook good food on a charcoal grill. He's into propane and propane accessories. To me, that's not barbecuing. That's just pulling your gas stove out of the kitchen and throwing it in the yard and calling it barbecuing. But hey, yeah, do each their own, I guess. But I don't judge around here. This is a judge-free zone. So, all right, guys, that's. But so far, I mean, for what I paid, I think this is gonna do just fine. All right, love you guys.